So I was talking about like old school versus new school, and I make some questions, we talk a little bit, and I would like to tell like a little more. So first, let's gonna divide in like 3 parts. Like first inside the academy, right? So I put the classes, you know, we used to do like classes for 2 hours and a half, you know, but the truth is we just train 1 hour. 1 hour and a half always training, you know, and have fun. And another thing here, the warm-up. Man, we never know like how long is gonna be the warm-up. It's gonna be those long warm-ups, gonna be just 5 minutes, depend of like the instructor that day. All right. Another thing that I put here like is about belt promotion. You know, imagine like you training hard, but you don't know if you get like when you're gonna get your belt, what to do. So now like we have like the strides. Back then we didn't do nothing like that. So you don't know. Sometimes people stay like 5 years, you know, like in the same belt and don't know if they're doing good or not, improving. Another thing is about the cleanings. You know, I remember, you know, like now we use like a hash guard, the same uniform. Before, you know, like guys go like all those kind of like dirty uniforms, and no hash guards, hairs, you know, like I think now the hygienic is much better too. So back then, Jiu-Jitsu is just for tough guys, you know, like usually we have like one class, everybody goes there after like 4 or 5 years, everybody's purple belt, brown belt, so everybody comes to this class, they cannot handle because too advanced. So, you know, like now the new school, we have like beginners classes, fundamentals we call, intermediate and advanced. So now, you know, like a normal person can be a world champion. Before, you really have to be really tough to go to a black belt, you know, like now I think like Jiu-Jitsu is for everyone. So now another thing that I would like to talk is about the tournament. I remember, you know, like I always have like Master Haya in the corner. It was great, you know, we won a lot of fights because he's, yeah, Lord, give the points and this and that. Now things are different. You cannot do this anymore, you know, you get like suspended, you know, like becoming much more professional. And for me, I like more, you know. And another thing here, like before, our mindset was much more like to kind of like defend the flag, you know, like for example, if you're good in Jiu-Jitsu, you know, like you want to kind of like fight MMA to show like, oh, how the power of the Jiu-Jitsu with different martial arts. And now, you know, like UFC, you know, like becoming much more like a professional, okay? So other thing, you know, like people say, oh, before you have to compete to get a belt, you know, like to be a black belt. Yeah, some academies, yes. Most of the academies was kind of like more about competition. Our average of our age, you know, like used to be like maybe 20 years old, 25. Now it's 40 years old, you know, like people doesn't need to compete, at least in my academy, to become a black belt. And one big point that I would like to close with is like this. People say, oh, before like it was much more self-defense and now it's more like about kind of like Jiu-Jitsu sport. I don't agree with this. At least in my time, used to be a lot of Jiu-Jitsu sport still, but you know, like, and we learn self-defense, you know, like slap in the face, double leg, that's kind of like a really traditional training we used to do there. But I believe one thing, you know, like it doesn't matter old school or new school. If you do Jiu-Jitsu and don't have like a self-defense involved, is missing something, because you know, like what do we want for martial arts? Empower the person, right? Give you confidence. And one of those best ways for you getting confidence, you feel like you can defend yourself, you know, like so yeah, here's like some thoughts about the old school and new school. Probably I miss some stuff, but you know, like the good thing is we still have Jiu-Jitsu back then here, and it's just go for more. Thank you.